Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is The Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Draft Day Sports Pro Golf. I'm into week 44 of the competition, and after trying on very hard, in the middle of the last episode, had enough and switched to hard. Instantly had a little more progress on the attributes. And now, a year into it, it's May of my age 16 year, so my second year. Made some progress, and I think we're ready to give it a shot. We're going to try entering a tournament. We'll see what happens. But here's an update from where we left off last time. So I had 55s in everything, except for I had zeros in power, mechanics, and consistency. After the initial months, I spent $40,000 early on in training to get short irons from 50 to 55, and then by the time I got to the end of that first year, training nothing but copper after that initial push for some bronze, I got mechanics from 0 to 30, and at the very end of the year, I got consistency from 0 to 30. I had a few stars saved up, a little bit of money saved up at the end of the year, very small amount, but I had not put anything into power, hoping that at 0 it would stay at 0. It did not. So my attribute decay at the end of the year was minus 13. 5 of that to the 3 coppers and 8 into the bronze stars. So we lost 8 bronze stars through natural decay at the end of the year. Now, as I've gone on to May, I recovered the mechanics, the consistency, and picked up all 30 points of power, and actually 33, because it was a negative 3, the power. So I have put in a whole bunch of new attribute points. Now, in terms of the 8 that I lost in bronze, I've only recovered 1 so far. Woods went from 54 back up to 55. I've done 4 full weeks of training targeting the bronze stars and managed to only get 1. So a whole month of training, I got a single bronze star. In terms of cash recovery, I'm quite low right now, just 12,000. I've done a little bit of stamina recovery here the last few weeks to get us ready, and we're going to head to the MB Fund Pro-Am at the Florida Bay Golf Course with a purse of $700,000. I don't know if this is enough to make a cut. I wanted to get all of these back to 55 before trying, but that could take the entire year. So we'll see where we're at in comparison to the rest of the field, as we're going to head to a tournament. And we're going to set up AI control, as I'm going truly for the game management side, not the simulation side of this. There is light rain on the day, 5 to 10 mile an hour winds. And I'm going to be playing alongside Annika Woodcock and Ammon Rainey. And we hit our first ball right into the middle of the trees. Terrible start to the round, but an excellent second ball. Not only gets us out from the trees, but gets us well down and in the middle of the fairway. So our third ball puts us on the green. It's a par 5. I doubt we're close enough to get a birdie here, but we should start off with a par. That was a nice putt. Further out than we are. We weren't able to sink ours, though. But we opened the first round with par. And on our second hole, we get off to a much better start by actually hitting the fairway this time. And in 2, we're onto the green. Another slight chance at a birdie here, but 30 feet out, probably not going to happen. No, it does not, but it should be a tap in for a par to stay at even after the first 2 holes. And we missed the green on this one, but at least we also missed the bunker. Here's our second shot now. And not a very good one. We run the danger. It's a 15-footer here for par. One of two made it as we were all in the same spot. I miss it. We're going to drop a stroke. We're going first bogey on the day. First bogey of the career. Third hole. And we missed that fairway. This is a par 5. This is the kind of hole that you can gain a stroke on, but first two shots have both missed the fairway. Third shot on the fringe. Definitely not going to be a par here, but should not going to be a birdie here, but that should be a par. Looks like we're about 6 feet out. Yeah, here it is. And it's in to save par. Looks like we finally managed to hit a fairway. Only the second time. Decent third shot. We're going to have a chance here. Oh, that's 33 feet. Really? Wow. Certainly didn't look 33 feet, did it? Another par. So 4 of 5 holes we've managed to par. That 24-footer is going to be an easy tap in for par here. It's not a terrible round by any means. +1 through 6. Relatively consistent so far. Ooh, ugly shot there. Luckily it didn't drop into water. Tree almost saved us on that one. But we go into the drink there. And the drink there! What in the world? What's he thinking? This is going to be like a 10 or something. Oh, this is... this is ugly. What shot are we on? Shot 8. A 4 over. I couldn't even tell you what a 4 over is in terms. Quadruple bogey? Yeah, ow. It's a bloody ugly shot is what it is. Oh, and I didn't even make my par from 3 feet away. Alright, we're not in contention yet. Not in contention yet. Let's go ahead and sim this round. I can't take much more of this. God, an 8. Yeah. And I don't even shoot that bad in real life. Stringing some pars together here on the back 9 at least, but there's a bogey on 14. Yeah, you take away one hole and this isn't that bad. It's a +4 on the day. +8 for the round though on that single hole. Let's see, how bad is it? Right down at the bottom of the standings, 152nd. Even if you take away that one hole, we're still well out of contention. So let's go ahead and sim this second round. There's nothing to see here. 78, not a lot better. So we're still well out of it. We're not in contention to make cuts at this point, or at least not on that course. Oh, we want to train. There we go. So, we're not there yet. I actually thought we were going to be a lot closer than that to the cut. I don't remember having a round that bad in the past. That was just ugly. I thought we were going to be close to the cut line, and I was way wrong. And it was the greens in regulation. I mean, that was just nasty. And the putting average, 2 per hole. We shouldn't be that bad. That's dead last. I'm tempted to at least simulate another tournament, see if that was a fluke. Again, the consistency is only 30, so it's going to determine whether you're going to have a bad round or a good round. I had 2 bad rounds with a consistency of 30. That's not shocking by any means, but it also means that I'm still capable of better. I think I'm capable of a lot better. Can I string 2 decent days together? Well, that's questionable, but making a cut could have a huge impact. But then you've got to get 4 days strung together, and that's hard with a consistency of 30. Are you going to earn 1,000 and get your money back? Yeah. But am I going to actually do anything beneficial? I don't know about that. So I don't want to go back to Florida Bay, but maybe we'll sim another event somewhere else, give it a second chance before I simply go full on training mode for another year. That to me suggests mechanics and consistency need some more. Driving distance, that wasn't bad. 230 is not great, but that's still 132nd. Now I'm thinking about it here. I'm wondering if I can start mixing in tournaments a little bit more often, and at least give it a go, give it a shot. Maybe half a dozen a year until we do make that cut and make it happen and get somewhere and earn that extra money. And have a better sample size than one bloody awful tournament. Yeah. Oh, what was that? Tin Cup. Tin Cup movie. Trying to blank on the guy's name, the actor. I got it right there. Tip of my tongue. I can almost reach out and grab it. But that one, that breakdown that he has on like 17 or 16, whatever it is, just before the end. That's what that hole felt like. I mean, it was just pure idiocy, in the tree, in the deep stuff, super deep stuff, and just hit the ball right in the middle of the lake, and then do it again. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Anyway, let's see here. Wolverine Golf Club. I guess we could try that one. So we're going to line up for that. In the meantime, we are banking a little bit of money, and that's almost enough to try upping the training in the next week. So we'll do that. So in the meantime, we're still at that -7 in the bronze range, but the copper is now fully maxed out. So in that sense, it's still a good year, but it's already July. So we'll go ahead and watch again for a little bit. At least check out a few holes and see. Obviously, my attributes are no different than the last tournament, so it's just kind of whether we're capable of doing something better than we did. Sunny, a little bit of winds, mild, 10 to 15 mile an hour. We're alongside Cheyenne Jackson and Joaquin Cuevas. And our first shot is on the fairway. Joaquin's definitely hitting the ball a bit longer than we are. Cheyenne looks like she's got some decent power too. But we're not in bad shape. That's 3. Looks like we're going to be tapping in for a par on this one. A little surprised that from the edge of the fringe. Oh, are you kidding me? And we open up with a bogey. Edge of the fringe. And we chip it instead of putting. That still drives me nuts that it does that. That's not appropriate club selection by any means. Wow, great shot there from Joaquin. So then we set up a 9-foot putt that should have been more like a tap-in kind of putt, a 3-footer, and we miss it, so we drop a stroke. So we were already a +1 after the first hole. We stay at +1 after 2, but we're right on the edge of the bunker here for our second shot. At least we get it onto the fairway. We don't have the power to go for the green like Joaquin did. Ow, that was an ugly shot. At least the fourth shot was a lot better. We might save par here from that, but we pretty much blew it on this hole. The power played a factor. Again, power is only going to equal a couple strokes per round. A hole like that one where you can get so far between the first and second shots that you save a stroke, that you're on the green in 2 instead of on the green in 3. But that doesn't come up very often, so that's why I haven't invested much in power at this point. Most holes it doesn't make a difference, like a par 3. Power's not going to make a difference there, you just play up a club. Most par 4s, it's not going to make a difference. It's those par 5s. It's those longer ones where it's, like I said, getting on in 2 instead of getting on in 3. That was a nice shot there. I like that one. That'll be a tap in for us. This is only a par 3, so that's going to be a par that we're going after here. But we are able to sink it, so +1 after 5. Oof. We out-hit Joaquin that time, but we missed the fairway. And we're in the trees, and we're still not on. Come on. This is the kind of hole to go after a birdie, because you're close after 1. So it's a short wedge on your second shot. but we missed the green entirely. Luckily, we do save par, but again, that's the kind of hole that you should be birdieing. Missed the birdie chance on that one. It'll be a tap in for par. We're not taking advantage of any situations that are coming up for us, and that's worrying because we're going to have to pick up a few strokes here and there if we're going to make a cut. So through 7, we are +1. I think this is far enough in. We missed the fairway here. This is going to be a difficult par, but I would think it should be par. We're not in too bad of a position. The cut right now is looking like even. So we've got to be somewhere around even to make a cut on this one. So I'm not in terrible shape. I'm only 1 stroke off of that. I'm certainly not Madelai or Alfie. Paige and Kylie, they are stinking it up. I'm not doing that. But let's see how we're looking. Oh, are you kidding me? So we dropped a stroke on that par 3. Right off the edge of the green on 1. We were only 20-something feet away, and it took us 3 shots to get it in from there. And we go +3 through the front 9. So much for it not being ugly. It's quickly getting ugly on us. Okay. Whatever glitch just occurred, it looks like it didn't cost us the game it has before. This game's not too buggy. It functions okay. So we end up with a +6 on the round. That's definitely not the kind of range you need to be in to make the cut. See, by the end of that first round, the cut line ended up being, right where I thought. So even. So right now the cut line's even, and at +6, I'm all the way down to the 150th. So 71 is par. We manage a much better +2 the next day, +8 overall, but that's definitely not going to make the cut. All right, let's get this back to train, rest. Let's even that out a little bit more. There we go. Oh, and I did set it to the $1,000 training, so we've got a little bit of cash saved up, so hopefully we could pick up a bronze star finally, as I've only managed to get 1 on the year so far. And nothing so far. Hey, there's 1 bronze star finally. Sadly, only 4 copper stars, so our funding has dwindled by a good 10,000. And let's put that straight into putting, because a 1.94 average is dead last and not good at all. And at a 55, it honestly should be a bit better than that. In the past, I've seen that as about a 1.6 on a 54-55 level. So I'm now to a -6 on our bronze stars for the year. Let's not head to Wolverine Golf Club again. Let's go ahead and do another week of training here. See if I can't pick up some more. Okay, I guess we're going to do another week here. I picked up 0 stars that week, period. Not even a copper. Now we finally pick up 1 copper star. 2 copper stars. And that puts us down to about 10,000. So it looks like we're going to have to drop back down, save up some money again. So we only picked up 1 more bronze star in that sequence of about a month of training. So in 2 months of training now, we've picked up literally 2 bronze stars this entire year, which is not good for us. It's already late August. We've only got a couple months till the end of the year. And essentially we're still in the negative, excluding the gains made in copper, getting that all up to 30s. And in terms of competitiveness through 2 tournaments, not looking so good. We're going to go ahead and do a tournament again, though. See if there is any more improvement. Like I said, I want to try. I want to try and see how we can do. But I'm not going to watch this one. Let's go ahead and just sim it. That's a 72. That's only a +1. We'll see. We've seen some rounds. Let's just go ahead and sim it. 76. That's not going to make the cut. Again, the cut last time was even, so I doubt it's going to change by more than a stroke or 2, and we're out. Let's see. We had a +5. This will only show the cut line, but yeah, the cut was even, so we missed it by 5 whole strokes. Again, there's no consistency. I managed a +1, so I'm capable of hitting around par. I've got the skills. I don't think that's a total fluke by any means. But let's reset this now. Train. There you go. We're back to the $500 training to earn some cash, as we're down to just 10 grand now. And that looks like we only got 2 copper stars in 4 training sessions, meaning we literally just broke even. Wow, look at that. 2 weeks of training, 8 sessions. I just broke even, that's all. Come on. It's the end of August. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. I can't even get basic results here. Meaning we make 0 progress. I can't afford 0 progress. I mean, in a way, I'm in the negative. I'm down 6 attribute points on the year that I haven't been able to recover. I know I got 30 on power, so I'm plus 30 there, while everything else is minus 6. So that's plus 24. That's good. But we've already discovered that copper isn't the problem. It's bronze. Once you get into silver, you're making cuts and you earn money and you can afford higher training. And at that point, bronze stars should be a bit easier to come by. So you can recover that single attribute point, or the 13, 14 that you lose at the end of the year. Presumably a little more easier. I haven't been there to really know. I had a playthrough before on normal, a test account that worked relatively well. All right, that's a little better. 7. Finally made a small amount of cash, but it's September 14th, so that's gonna be it. That's the year. Unless we want to go to Idaho for the Spuds Open in Florida Bay, because that makes sense, but that was on me. I did random instead of going through and trying to fix them, but that's how you get the other courses on. So I think I just need to put some cash away for the rest of the year, so we're going to have to suck it up and accept that we got that minus 6. Of course, I don't have that plus 30 to manage. I mean, that's at least a full month, a couple months worth of training, really, in that part. So a couple months worth of training, that should be a couple bronze stars at the rate that I've been going this year. All right, it's September 21st. Let's give it one more tournament to see. Oh, I'm not eligible. It's the championship. So, woe is me. Woe is me. Yes. This is kind of sad because I'm totally a glass half full kind of person, but I'm feeling like I've hit a glass half empty point with this game, and I'm trying. I'm trying to stay positive, but I'm finding it difficult right now. It's like it's forcing my hand to play on normal, and I'm having a hard time accepting that. All right. We'll just take it to the end of the year here. And it looks like we'll be getting started on our next season here momentarily. Hey, look, I'm not dead last. There is one golfer worse than myself, and there's one golfer worse than myself putting, and one worse than myself in greens and reg, and one worse in driving accuracy. I don't know if it's the same golfer in all 4, but I'm not the worst. I'm just second to worst. So there you go. That's not the kind of progress I need, though. Clearly not. It's October 5th, so we're about to hit the end of the year. And there it is. We've reached the end of the season. That's a whole 8,000 to start the next year with. 14,000. All right, there you go. And I'll Have some attributes to recover. Remember, I am right now minus 3, 4, 5, 6. Minus 6 points already. Player of the Year is Cesar Sebra with 1 win and 11 top 10s out of Portugal. And John Cruz, the American, is the leader, on the money leader at 574,000 this year. So it's the end of the season. Better luck next year. We do continue. We do not give up. And we need to prepare for the new year now. And let's see the damage. We are now... we were already minus 6 in this department. So let's see where we're at now. There's minus 3, 7, 9, 11, 12, 17, 20. So that's minus 14, minus 15, minus 16, minus 19 attribute points. Minus 19. Are you freaking kidding me? No, of course you're not. I lost 19 attribute points. I had no fatigue at all. I was full 100% stamina, so it's not that. 19 attribute points. I had never lost more than 15 before in a season. I just lost 19. I turned 17 when I should be growing stronger, more athletic. I had just developed, a mental game and a power game and maybe consistency naturally. I should be growing as a golfer, not absolutely having my butt kicked by Wolverine Studios, who cannot figure out that a 17-year-old should not be falling apart at the seams. Maybe in their social life, maybe with girlfriends making bad choices, but certainly not in their golf game. Should not just fall apart the next year. That is insane. 19 attribute points. I'm not going to be able to recover that. The most I get in a year is about 16 once you get outside of this copper range. So here's what we're going to do. It's not even working on hard. I was nowhere near making a cut. I'm literally next to last out there. 329 out of 330 in 4 categories. So, congratulations, Wolverine Studios. You've officially forced my hand to run on normal difficulty. It cannot be done on hard. It cannot be done on very hard without an update. And you've shown no sign of providing a second update, at least from what I've seen on the forums. And I get it, you're working on your 2019 game, so that's okay. But come back next week. We are going to be on normal difficulty level, and we will try again. There's got to be a balance. There's got to be a point where I am just good enough, right on the edge of actually making cuts, maybe occasionally making cuts, that will finally have enough balance to A, earn enough money, which we got that part sorted out, but B, have enough attributes to just barely be competitive. You can't take 19 attribute points away from someone and only give them 12 to 15 in the course of a year. If you're making a cut, if you're in the extra money, you can earn more attribute points, and I can increase that total. But for now, it's not happening on hard or very hard, sadly. But definitely come back next week as we begin the adventure again. But that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. And remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe and tune in next time on my road to the record. Bye for now.